Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of AD&D's Pool of Radiance. So we're starting a new run, Iron Man of course, and this one's going to be, I'm calling it Hammers and Wounds because all we're going to use is hammers for weapons and cause light wounds on clerics. And we're going to see how far we can get doing that. We'll have to use spiritual hammers at some point. Most likely, because usually you don't find many magic hammers that have a plus effect to hit some of the enemies. But that's the premise behind this run. So I think we're going to do all humans. I don't think having a dwarf fighter is really going to help us here. Because we can't get regen and Pool of Radiance without modifying the character. It won't give you 19 constitution for when we find the manual bodily health. So let's start with, I think I'm going to do either just one fighter or two fighters, and then 4 clerics. Fighter, true neutral. Hey, Jimmy and Sastam, welcome. How are you guys doing? That's right, new Pool of Radiance Iron Man. Sastam says, stop, hammer time. Thanks for giving Lemonhead ST the shout out there, Jimmy. Says Tam streams on here sometimes. Lots of cool retro games. I've been talking with him about or making some subtle suggestions to show off some of his tech knowledge and do some videos for those. So he does a lot of tinkering. I think a lot of people would find that interesting. I know it's a lot of work though. He says, surely you're going to name a character MC Hammer. I will if there's not enough people in chat. If the chat fills up with texts, then I won't do it. But so far it's only you two. So we'll see how many show up to chat to get a character named after themselves. So no, we're not using any bows. The only ranged attack we'll have are hammers. So we're just going to have an inventory full of hammers. So being strong will definitely help. Ooh, 1800. But the Constitution 15. That's gonna burn us in the long run. Can't do it. The clerics, I think, are going to be a lot easier to generate. I'm going to make either 1 or 2 fighters and try to decide. And then the rest are clerics. Hey, Actual, welcome. He says, I'm here, but I've been watching D Forte quietly for a few years. MC Hammer is fine with me. Well, welcome. Welcome in. Always good to hear a lurker step forward and know that they've been getting some enjoyment out of the videos. Welcome. Feel free to chat if you want. Tell us about yourself. If not, that's perfectly fine. Mostly YouTube. Ah, okay. Cool. That's good to know. I'm assuming you're a retro gamer then? Jimmy says we could also use a channel point redemption to name characters. No, I'm not doing that. We're not doing channel point renames. It's if you snooze, you lose. That's my strategy. If you show up late, you don't get a character named after you. Because otherwise people they keep swapping out character names throughout the play. We don't do that. The only renames is if someone fails a bunch of times, then I'll rename them to failure. Yeah, I do need to figure out some redeems though. This is good. We're keeping this. Wow. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so The first one to chat was Jimmy. And we're just going to go with this. This is Jimmy right here. Keep. Okay, next. I'm going to do one more fighter. And then we'll have 4 clerics. This will be a chaotic evil fighter. Actual says, I'm not an expert on these games. Are we rolling stats right now? Yes. Yeah, you do have the ability in these games to modify characters and make the stats whatever you want, but I don't like to cheat. So I am rolling the attributes of the character. We're going to create 6 characters. And then we'll start. Usually it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get decent rolls. Of course, in the old days, if anyone's not familiar with D&D first edition like this, you roll 3d6. So you roll 3 6-sided dice for each of these attributes: strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. And then you roll a hit point dice based on the class. Fighters roll 1d10, so 10-sided dice. Clerics roll 1d8. They roll an 8-sided dice. And then if you have high constitution, you'll get bonuses depending on your class. Everyone gets at least, if you get 16 constitution, you get at least +2 hit points per level. And fighters can get up to +4 per level if they have 18 constitution. If you have 19 constitution, which dwarves can get, but in this game they can't unless you modify, you can get +5 hit points per level. Too much information, I know, but might as well talk about something while I'm rolling. So we're looking for 18 something strength, hopefully 18 dexterity, and as close to 18 constitution as possible. Hey Tim, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So actual, we'll name your character MC if you want. It's up to you. Otherwise, I can name it actual. Tim is going to be the 4th character. You're doing good. Glad to hear that, Tim. Time to watch Pool of Radiance. Yeah, this is going to be a weird one. I was saying earlier, the only weapons we get to use are hammers, and clerics, once they get 2nd level, will be able to do spiritual hammers. And then we'll do Cause Light Wounds, which is a 1st level cleric spell. That's the rules. So hopefully we'll find some magic hammers. Seems like usually you find at least 1 +1 hammer. And of course, you can throw hammers in melee range. Even if there's an enemy next to you, it's the only weapon in the game that will allow you to hit someone with range while you're in melee. So that makes them super useful. And of course, we will use hold person on the clerics. It'd be impossible to beat it without that. It's not gonna the fights that are gonna be ridiculous are gonna be like troll fights and things like that. Name him Vic? Yeah, we can do that actual. Yeah, this is part 1, creating a new party. So this I like, but the hit points are too low because of the low constitution, so I can't keep it. Like I said, once we get to the clerics, I think they will roll faster. I have done an all cleric run in this game successfully. And I've done an all fighter run, both of my Iron Man successfully. This is an extra limitation, major limitation, really. So we'll see. It's being stubborn. Hmm. I'm just taking this. I don't want to roll forever. Okay, so next was Sadstam. And look at that. Lemonhead ST actually fits. We'll do the bare chested. Wouldn't be Pool of Radiance without having a bare chested fighter. He had blonde hair. Okay. Let's add these while we're going. So we have Jimmy. Hopefully we're not getting screwed here on character names. Okay, good. So next we'll have Vic and then we'll have Tim. And there's 2 more slots. So human, cleric, lawful good. We're looking for strength, dexterity, at least 16 constitution, and then hopefully 18 wisdom. You get bonus spells, second, third level spells. I want high wisdom. We want the higher strength though. 18 strength if possible. So we get a little bonus. We need the most damage we can give. Hammers don't do much damage. Dang it, that would have been so good. Strength was bad. Change it to Chad? Yeah, we can do that. Clerics have really bad Thaco. To hit armor class 0, that's what that means. Chance to hit. Their chance to hit's terrible. So getting higher strength helps with that. We get 17 strength. It gives you a Thaco of 19. So it's a plus 5% chance to hit on 17 and 18 strength. They need all the help they can get. Wisdom was low. Jimmy says if it fits, we should use all the names. Chad, Vic, MC Hammer. Actually, it might. The field name's pretty long for an older game. we'll, we'll try. We'll see how many we can fit in there. That would be pretty funny. People that weren't here at the start would be like, what the heck kind of name is that? Come on, quit being stubborn. That would have been good, but the rolls were misplaced. And dexterity makes such a big difference on your armor class once it gets up there. That strength's way too low. These hammers are going to be heavy. I don't think spiritual hammers weigh anything. I'll have to check on that. But that's quite a ways off before we get those. Hey, Bo, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Happy Friday. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We're rolling a new party, and it's being really stubborn here on these clerics. We've got 2 fighters made already. But for some reason, it doesn't want to generate good stats here. Ah, Constitution's too low. So Bo will be the 5th character. Dang it. I'm going to keep an eye out on dexterity. That makes it easier. Too low of wisdom. Dang it. We're not having good luck here. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Gold box hammer time. That's right. You just claimed character number 6. This is probably about as good as I'm going to get on this character. All right, so this is going to be Chad, Vic, MC Hammer. Nope. Doesn't fit. We could do Chad, Vic, MC. We'll do that. There we go. There's Chad, Vic, MC. Clerics can't even use blades, but we're going to make him look like he can use a blade. All right. Next. So Tim's next. Actual says perfect. Chad, Vic, MC. Can't do it. This is pretty good. We'll keep this. He won't get bonus spells except maybe +1. Not sure, but we just gotta go with it. Tim. Foolish. They don't give you many choices. I think we're gonna make him look like this. We'll change the icons later. Okay, we got Tim. We need 2 more. So we need Bo and we need Mr. Spock. Vic McChad. I'll use that someday, he says. Yeah, you bet, Tim. Yeah. Hope everybody's a good weekend. Okay. Bo is next. It'll be lawful good. Let's see if we end up with a super cleric. We got 2 more tries. The Constitution's good. I don't like that we don't have 17 strength. No, I'm not keeping it. The rest of the stats weren't good enough. If he had 18 wisdom, I would have taken it. Dexterity is more important because we're going to have a lot more attacks on us than we're going to get on the enemy. So I like to try to have at least 17, maybe preferably 18 dexterity on everyone. Dang it, Constitution's too low. Mr. Spock says, now that if I had a hammer song will be stuck in my head. I'll have to post the version by Mr. Spock's actor in the Discord, lol. Oh, was it a Leonard Nimoy? He did a version of the song? Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be funny. I know, oh, what's his name? Captain Kirk, the real actor. Why do I have a memory block right now? He did that Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds or something, where he was like talking the whole time. It was so bad. It was supposed to be singing, but it was like he was just talking. Why do I have a block on his name? That's one thing I am so bad with his names. William Shatner, it finally came to me. Well, hopefully Leonard Nimoy sings better than William Shatner. Oh, come on. It's being stubborn on Bo. Nope. Come on, we want to get playing. We don't want to keep spending time. 28 minutes in. Come on, game. We only have 2 more characters. Make it good. He sings better than Shatner, but not great. Not hard to beat Shatner. That's true. That's a pretty low bar, isn't it? RNG scam. I do wonder how DOSBox is doing emulating the timer, the DOS timer, and if it's not doing it accurately and it causes bad random number generation. Assuming they're tying into the Windows one somehow. Man, these rolls. So bad. It's like, no, I do not want you to have another cleric. When we get good decks, then wisdom's terrible. Constitution's terrible. Mm. Mr. Spock says, always think that character head looks like that guy is wearing a sweatband. I think the same thing. Just got done playing tennis and now going to fight dragons. Yes, it does look like a sweatband. I completely agree. I don't know. I don't know what else it would be. It's supposed to be like a bandana, like kind of like a samurai, because it doesn't look like that. Nope, not taking it. Finally, finally, we got a good one. All right, Bo, you. Okay. Add bow. All right, we got one more. It's gonna be Mr. Spock. Last character, and then we can get rolling. Mr. Spock says, time to ask the art director. Just need to hunt them down. Jimmy says they're probably on the Discord already. It would be kind of fun to update the art in this. Good news is, since we're clerics and fighters, we can wear the best armor. Clerics aren't limited armor. And we'll just have hammers. Hammers for everyone. Mr. Spock says they should be. I think DeForte is the #1 gold box streamer on the platform. Yeah, I don't know anyone that streams these consistently on Twitch as much as I do. If someone knows of them, let us know in the chat. I definitely replay these a lot. Okay, game. Give us some good rolls so we can move on. 36 minutes in. Mr. Spock's gonna blow on the virtual dice. It's funny that people do that, isn't it? Superstitions. Wow, these are terrible rolls. Cheat to win? Just use loaded dice like your boy Jimmy here, and you'll always get good rolls. Yeah, and the game was so clever, they knew to put an asterisk next to the attributes because they knew people were going to cheat back then. So it's just blaring right in your face, cheater, every time you go to view your character's inventory. Jimmy's was just riddled with asterisks. Every character, you'd look at them and asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. We could take it to the next level and hex edit cheat, and then you won't have the asterisks. But don't want to do that. We don't want to ruin the fun. We're trying to make it harder on purpose. Man. This character so far is a dud. Here, this is what we're going to do. Dud. Start over. We got a dud. We got the dud out of the way, hopefully. Jimmy says, right, because the mayor of Flan is going to ask how many asterisks I have after I save the city from Tyranthraxes. Mr. Spock says, even Jimmy Colorado's birth certificate had an asterisk. Oh, that's a good one. I like it. I like it, Mr. Spock. Actual says, we find the asterisk in the EXE and change it to a space. Or change the comparison so it never jumps there. Yep, that's spoken just like Jimmy. Wait a minute. Actual, are you really Jimmy with a second account? That totally sounds like a Jimmy move. Or a Kiffer move, one of the two. Oh, I can't believe how long this last character's taken. Oh, this is so bad, but I'm taking it. Mr. Spock. All right. We got our party. Begin. Let's speed up DOSBox. We don't care about Rolf's tour. Come on, Rolf. You've given us this tour many times. It's a compulsive tour. He doesn't even ask if you want to see a tour. He just forces us on it. All right, here we go. So, we don't have a lot of money to start. We're going to buy... I think I'm going to get... Let's get 5 bandit males. Maybe 6. Everyone. Hammers are cheap. Mr. Spock says, oh, great. I get to be the bad one. Yeah, somebody's got to, Mr. Spock. All right, now hammer. Where's the hammers? Everyone gets 3 hammers. Okay. Oh, that's platinum. We have 32 platinum. Everybody gets a shield too then. Shield. Look at that. This is the dirt cheap. This is the economical playthrough. Oops. Mr. Spock says, me to the ladies. I hear you like bad boys. Well, my stats are all bad. All right. And we have enough money to actually memorize our spells. Frugal Iron Man. Yes, exactly. This is the Frugal Iron Man run. So here's what we're going to do. Every cleric gets a Cure Light Wounds. And then the rest are Cause Light Wounds. That's part of this run. We're doing Cause Light Wounds. Oh, Mr. Spock. He's so bad. He only gets to memorize 1 first level spell. Look at that. Oh, that's going to be so painful. That's going to be so painful. Dead man walking. All right, let's get some of these fights out of the way. You're being approached by some angry kobolds. Combat. Wow, the game obviously thinks we're good when we're not. Giving us this many kobolds. Cause light wounds. Here we go. Cause light wounds, you have to actually hit the enemy. You have to be able to hit the enemy. So our clerics that have like a Thaco of 19 are never going to be able to hit the enemy. I thought cause light wounds always hit because the manual doesn't say anything about that you have to touch the enemy. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. So bad. Thaco of 20. All right, so let's calculate. Kobolds are terrible. Armor class 7. They go up 20. We only have a 35% chance to hit them. Yeah, 35% chance to hit. And those are good armor. Like, armor class 7 is terrible. Oh, this is just going to be painful. Well, throw your hammer. Yay, we hit a kobold. Jimmy says the run was cursed before it even began. It was. I could swear that you didn't have to touch the enemy with cause light wounds, but I was so wrong. Mr. Spock says, you wanted a challenge, you got it. Yeah, and it's funny that the game is throwing this many enemies. Why does it think this is a good party? It does level scaling, but it's obviously not calculating it right because this party is terrible. Oh my gosh. The other funny thing about cause light wounds, you get delayed. You have to delay to even cast it, so it could even get interrupted. There is nothing, absolutely zero, worth making cause light wounds when you could do cure light wounds. Look at that, we haven't hit yet with it. Actual says the run will be more exciting though. Oh, it's going to be more painful. Holy moly. I'm glad I did 2 fighters. At least we'll get the sweep. And our Thakos will be better later. Throw your last hammer. Hey, Mr. Spock hit one. Look at that. So who got injured? Saztam? Okay. Oh my gosh. Even the thief party, the fighter thief party was better than this. We'll make a beeline to the magic items in the slums. $18 experience. Because that's the only way we're going to get items. Let's see, I think that was Tim. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to just do cure light wounds. The cause light wounds is just, it's not going to work. No fixed command in this game. Mr. Spock says the game gets exponentially harder based on the number of equipped hammers. That's funny. right, so there's a magic item in here, or at least some jewelry or something. That'll give us some experience. 233. And a bow, which we're not using, so we'll sell that. Here's the other. Another bow, really, game? So clerics need 1500 experience. So the ones that have higher wisdom got the bonus. Mr. Spock didn't. This Mr. Spock's behind with 1400. Mr. Spock's always going to be behind. Okay, combat. It's Lemonhead MC. We have Chad Vic MC. Yeah, we should just put MC, the MC initials after everyone. Bo MC, Tim Coolish MC. We can get to level 3 where we get hold person. We'll have a chance. We'll get a, we'll do a duel with Mr. Spock here, and then he'll have enough experience. Mr. MC, Mick Forte. Yes, we do want a duel. He cast Cure Light Wounds and then aborted it. What the heck? Come on, Rolf. 5% chance to hit. That's what we're dealing with. Just don't put the MC in the wrong place or we'll all be Irish, Mr. Spock says. Oh. We get a free hammer. He threw a hammer. Ooh, that's a way we could duplicate our magic hammers. Legitimately. Do a duel, let the guy throw it. And then we, voila, we got a extra magic hammer. All right, we need to sell our bows so we have enough money. We're going to split these. You get more money. You get 50 each if you sell them one at a time. Otherwise, you only get 50 for all of them. You get scammed. See how much money we have now. Here, I'm going to buy another hammer to consolidate that. 1100 platinum. Okay, we're almost there. We need 1200 platinum for everyone to have enough money for level up. Well, actually, the fighters can't level up yet. So I do have enough. Mr. Spock says, did you ever hear the sane, dumber than a bag of hammers. I have a bad feeling. Yeah, I have. I've heard that. Okay, everybody's got enough. Clerics, I think, are over here. Moment of truth. Let's see how this rolls. So Constitution is 16. The most hit points we could get is 10. And the least we could get is 3. So we got 6. So he rolled a 4 on an 8-sided die. So right in the middle. Tim, he only gets +1. So the most he can get is 9. He can get 2 to 9. He got 5, so he rolled a 4. Bo can also get 10 max. He rolled a 1. Bo rolled a 1. This was my super character with 18 Constitution. He rolls a 1 on an 8-sided die. Oh my gosh. Here's your chance, Mr. Spock, to pass up Bo, the super character. Mr. Spock can also get 10 hit points here. He did! Mr. Spock suddenly way in the lead with hit points. Now he has 17. Oh, don't you just love RNG? Okay. Ooh, and he gets a second. He gets a second spell. He only has 2 spells because his wisdom's so low. Oh, it's so bad. Mr. Spock MVP, Jimmy says. And Mr. Spock says, maybe I'll just keep getting lucky. Wisdom's so low, just like in real life. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. That's obvious. Oh, man. Painful. It's a painful run. All right, the fighters need 2,000 experience. Trying to think, where else can we... Oh, I know where we can get some magic treasure. We can get some in Focal Keep to get some more experience. I'm really scared though. I always screw this up the first time. The password's either Shetsny or Shestny. And I always do it backwards. Last time I did it right, but I spelled it wrong. Oh, we made it actually in here without any undead finding us. So I didn't have to do the password. Poisonous frogs. Okay, what we're going to do here is guard. Guard. Nice. Guard. Nice. Put you back here. Guard. Guard. Everybody missed. Okay. Success. No poison. So here's the illusionary wall. And we'll get the treasure over here. So the shield we can use. The other stuff, well, we can use the chainmail. The other we're going to sell. This will just give us more movement. We have 12 movement now. And then the shield will definitely improve us. -1, nice. And we're barely shy, so I either get one fight, 1 or 2 fights, or just do a duel. Probably get encountered on the way out of here. Wow, we didn't. Okay. Mr. Spock says, is it easy to get a cure poison? No, you can't get cure poison in this game. Actually, that's not true. There is this really weird item I found one time. It was some kind of ointment. I don't remember the name of it. It happened a few streams ago, and I had never seen it before. Like Cato's ointment or something. And it does do cure poison. I think it has 3 charges. Besides that, the only way to cure poison is at the temple. You can do slow poison, which will bring your character back temporarily, and his hit points will keep going down until he dies, or until you then go to the temple to cure it. But neutralize poison is a 4th level spell, and you can't get it in this game. They started that in Curse of the Azure Bonds. So let's go ahead. Let's do a few fights here because we need to clear the slums anyway. What the? Really? At least we surprised them. Once the fighters get to level 2, at least we'll be able to sweep these and hit 2 at a time. Surrenders. 38, that might be enough. Yeah, that's enough. No. Do we have enough money on him? I think we should. Yep. Hey, Claus, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It says perfect game design. Have a lethal combination or condition you can easily care for, with which there is only one cure that's hard to get. Could be from me. Yeah, it is really weird that they did that. I mean, the temples, you can cure it. You have to make it all the way back. Yes, we do want to train. Okay, so Jimmy can get a total of... He can get a max of 13 hit points. Minimum 3. He got 10. So he rolled a 7 on a 10-sided die. It's not bad. Saztam can get 14. From 4 to 14. He got 13. I think. I think he had 20, didn't he? 10? Yeah, I think he got 13. That was really good. Okay. All right, let's see here. Sell the mace. Sell the longsword. Again, this is a challenge run. You might be like, why are you selling that good equipment? We're doing hammers only. I was going to do cause light wounds too, but it's terrible. You can't hit with it because it requires your Thaco to land. It's terrible. And imagine landing and you just do 1 damage, because I think Cure Light Wounds is 1 to 8 damage. It does 1 to 8 maybe? Something like that. Alright, there is another place I can get some treasure. I think I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, we're surprised by kobolds. Oh, yay. Jimmy sweeps. Takes out the garbage. Says damn sweeps. Sweeping and missing. Okay. Really? Now we're surprised by goblins. Oh, it's painful. We can't even do enough damage to kill goblins outright. It'll be a game changer once we get hold person. Yeah, so many misses, it's ridiculous. It's like, you know, if you're going into a dungeon and you're missing goblins, like you're farmer material. Go to the farm. Start farming. You have no business being an adventurer if you're missing this many times swinging hammers at goblins. Gosh, that's painful. Look how beat up we are. I have to go back and rest just from that. Hey, Almacia, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? He says, just don't try to be a carpenter. You're going to miss the nail. Yeah, really. Put a bunch of holes in the wood. Dang it, I can't hit that nail. Oh, that's funny. I think this is probably, until they get a whole person, this is just, yeah, absolutely horrible. Let's see if we can make it all the way. Nope. Surprised by kobolds. We keep getting surprised, too. There's something about us being noobs where we're getting surprised. When we had a bunch of thieves in the party, we started surprising them all the time. So I'm wondering if there's a hidden flag on a thief that allows you to surprise more. Mr. Spock says, party has acquired nail gun. Yeah. You nailed it, Mr. Spock. Sweep. The kobolds surrender due to boredom. They're like, oh, they keep swinging hammers at us, so let's just leave. All right, so where do we want to go? Oh, now we got orcs. This is much harder for this party. Kind of scared to fight this without a whole person. Let's parlay. Nope, didn't work. We don't get to sweep these, and they have much better Thaco. These did 6 damage. Thanks, Mr. Spock. Sastam says, how come you never run into jolly orcs? Yeah, really. Why is that? Mork the orc. It does make me wonder if orc came from like pork, because they have like pig heads. Was the idea behind it to just drop the P and change the K to a C? No, they're surrendering. Better than Lefty, the orc, says Tim. Says, yes, please, no hills far. I'd rather do this challenge run than play hills far. That tells you how much I don't like hills far. I don't remember who threw a hammer here. Mr. Spock says, I like the green color from the cartoons, though. Amicia says, though it just meant a generic monster thing. So they must have chosen pig heads because it sounded like pork. I don't know. I mean, wasn't it Lord of the Rings that came up with them? The Hobbit or whatever? Okay, so we need to go talk with this guy. We'll get the quest from him. Talk. We're going to be nice. He says, I may have a use for you. Go get a potion. Yes, we're going to accept. Olo. We have to say Olo. Is this the way to go? Yes. Mr. Spock says, the Hills Fire bashing begins again, LOL. Yeah. It's just too easy. It's too easy of a target. And Sazdam has a right to say the bashing because he played it on his stream. We fled. Oh, weird. We went. We went all the way back to the beginning when we fled. What the? Macia says no, it's an older word. Like in the 9th century. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. It usually translated as goblin. Sometimes ogre. Oh, weird. Did not know that. All right, so we need 3,000 experience, I think, to get to level 3. You are conversing with a party of orcs. Let's be haughty. You have angered the orcs. Oh boy. I need to equip the hammer. Yeah, the level scaling obviously doesn't know how to calculate things properly. Thinking we're strong to fight this. It's like, no. Still can't believe Bo rolled a 1 on a 8-sided die. Actually, we can rest in this treasure room. Mr. Spock says, often interchangeable goblin, it seems, may have come from the Latin orcus, or maybe not. All I'm trying to do is get to the old rope guild. You are surprised by a bugbear leading a party of goblins. Oh, yay. An army. That's not a party, that's an army of goblins. And we have no whole person. Wow. Really cure yourself, Chad. You getting a quick dinner? Don't let the party die. Okay, Mr. Spock. It's very possible they will. Can't even do enough damage to kill the goblin leaders with one hit. Finally, the bugbear's down. Hopefully they'll start surrendering so we don't have to kill every single one. Get the fighters up front and hopefully sweep. Okay, there we go, Jimmy. Speed up DOS box. sweepers in there. Can't believe they didn't surrender. They made it go through this whole battle. Alright, which way was I going? One step and you give me an encounter. Here we go. Speak. Olo. We got our potion. Flee. Flee. Okay. Here we go. Now we'll get a reward. You have done well. Give me the potion and you will be rewarded. Give 558 experience. A clerical scroll. That's what we got. Really, game? You couldn't like give us some armor or a shield or a hammer. You have to give us a cleric scroll. Let's see what's on it. Slow poison. Slow poison. Oh my goodness. You can't make it up when you Iron Man, guys. Jimmy sweeps. Oh, goes down. Yes, cure thy wounds. Alright, let's see where we're at experience-wise. So if we do one duel for the 3 clerics here, we'll have enough. Hey, Bookstar, welcome to the chat, and how are you doing? He says, ah, yes, back when negative armor class was a good thing. Yes. Yes, we're playing a stupid... This is a really stupid challenge that I put myself in. I'm doing an Iron Man run. We can only use hammers. And we have 2 fighters and the rest are clerics. So it's going to be very, very painful. It already is painful. Thanks. I definitely need good luck on this one. You're doing pretty good. Glad to hear it. Thank you. I'm doing well. It's Friday. It's hard to go wrong on a Friday. RNG. Ah, we lost. Let's try it again. The good news is we can't actually die in the duel because we can't do enough damage with the hammers. Died again. Knocked down again. It's just RNG. It's just so dumb. It's such a waste of time. There's zero strategy. It's a 50-50. Okay, so he got his experience. He's ready. Tim Coolish, you need one. He's got 14 hit points. This is going to take a little bit. Dink, dink. All right, Tim's good. Bo, you're next. Mr. Spock needs... Oh, he'll just be barely shy. He needs two duels. And then we'll call it. We'll call it after that. Oh boy. We'll have two light. Oh, we just got knocked down. We'll have hold person then, which will drastically make us stronger. Yep, you're next, Bo. Bookstar says I actually read the novels based on this TV series back in the day. They weren't bad. That's cool. Yeah, I've never read the manuals for any of these, like Curse of the Azure Bonds or... Bo goes down again. Yeah, it's just like... It's just a 50-50. All right. Last but not least, Mr. Spock. Oh, wait, he threw a hammer. Let's pick it up. Let's level these guys up real quick. So Chad can get up to 10 hit points. Let's see what he gets. He got 8. That's good. Give the rest of your money to Tim. Tim can get 9 hit points. He got 4? Oh. Bo can get 10 hit points. He got 7. All right. You don't have enough platinum. But this is what I wanted to show. Now we have hold person. And the ones high in wisdom get the wisdom bonus. That is a game changer. The only one that's not going to get all those bonuses is Mr. Spock. So he only has 11. Alright guys, this is a good place to stop. Let me do a raid here real quick in case you're into that. Let's see who we got. Who's on? I just want to see following. Kiffer's still streaming. He's probably going to quit soon. Let's send you over to Duke Donuts. You guys are probably familiar with him. He plays a lot of retro games. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.